Yo, what's good with y'all, man? I want to start by saying, shit, the last video, in my opinion, to others on the surface, it may not look that grand, you know what I mean? Which is cool. But to me, that video I just put up, bro, went crazy. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all the comments, getting to network with a lot of you. I appreciate that like hell. Y'all wouldn't even begin to understand. I can sit here and talk about it the whole time, and y'all just gonna be like, what? Because y'all just won't understand how much this shit mean to me. So I appreciate the hell out of y'all for that. So I'm back again today because I was playing and, of course, watching other people's videos and stuff like that. A ton of content creators. I can't even begin to name them. I really want to name off I should have remembered. Fuck. But I really want to name off the more smaller channels because, if someone sees this, like I didn't see that fucking Claymore, if someone sees this and hears me talk about that channel, maybe they go check them out. That's how that shit works. So, but for the life of me, I cannot remember a single channel. But I heard that bots were in the game, so I did a little research. YouTube, Reddit, once again, and of course it's kind of hard to confirm, but we all know what a bot looks like, so it's like it looks awfully fishy, you know what I mean? Like that's looking awfully weird. I played a ground war game before I started this recording, and I was getting some people running in the walls and stuff. Like I saw one dude on Rust, he was just sitting in the corner, and there was a guy with a riot shield on the enemy team, guy with a riot shield, and he was just running back and forth in front of him. Like I don't really know if that was a guy or not. He was doing that shit all game, so it's like, what's he got going on? It's some questionable shit. However, that's gonna propel us into one of the topics I got listed. So this video is likely going to be titled, something along the lines of the direction I feel COD is headed. And I want to start by saying that with the implementation of the bots and stuff like that, I feel like there's a big focus on Warzone. I haven't been playing the game for years, so I could be completely late to this topic, and if I am, you must let me know. Like no other if, ands, or buts about it. You gotta let me know. But I feel like the way it's been going so far, I feel like with the bots, I feel like they're kind of trying to gauge us a little bit, kind of like how Fortnite does when you're kind of brand new to the game. They can detect that your account is brand spanking new, so when you do load into a game, you'll get bots like knocking down trees all game and won't even shoot back at you. Like, but it's gonna make the kids feel like, I just fucked him up. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how it's supposed to be. But with these bots, I feel like it's a testing ground I feel like multiplayer is a testing ground for all of their other shit. So Warzone hasn't dropped yet, so I feel like with the bots, and especially the skill-based matchmaking, because it makes sense why it's so tough, but at the same time, it's gotten tougher, I heard, this game than it was in previous installments. However, skill-based matchmaking has been here the entire time for like years or something like that. But I feel like the way they're putting bots in the game and trying to slide it under our noses, I feel as if anything you're trying to do in the dark always has a greater plan. If you don't want people to figure out something, then it's gonna matter to you, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want you to know I'm doing this because in a regular situation you may not want somebody to know that you're doing this thing because it's gonna better you and you want it to better you, you know what I mean? Or, this is something like that. But I feel like if you're doing something and you don't want people to know, I feel as if, it's to be taken more seriously. So in this situation, the fact that they kind of slid these bots under our noses kind of makes me feel like multiplayer is a training ground for Warzone, and it sucks because I feel as if they're gonna not do away with multiplayer, but because multiplayer is a staple. Um, but I do feel like the direction with multiplayer is gonna be crazy different going forward, especially in this game when the Warzone does drop. Man, I feel like I feel like the cosmetics and the stuff and what's that? What's the term for it? Microtransactions? Those are always going to be a thing, so forget about it. But I feel like when Warzone drops, we're kind of going to get a different game in a sense. Like, I feel like it's not going to be that many updates to the multiplayer. I feel like everything is just going to be centered around Warzone because if I'm not mistaken, Warzone came out in the pandemic, the bandemic. So it was the game market was just fucking saturated with battle royales. So and I know I made a lot of money. So I just feel like that's the direction they're gonna go in with all of this stuff. Eventually, we're gonna see less and less content tailored towards the multiplayer. I feel like since they've given they've given themselves this window to improve on the game, even in the slightest facets. So improving gunplay is just a universal fix, but it was found through multiplayer, through the community saying stuff about multiplayer. Um, stuff like that, like just testing out. I feel like the experimental playlists and stuff like that, like I feel like all that is kind of, I feel like the goal is to make your Warzone matches as close to comp pro matches as it can get. Same thing with Apex, same thing with Fortnite. You know what I mean? I just feel like I just feel like it's gonna take a different direction to me. Um, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I just feel like it's gonna take a vastly different direction. And it kind of sucks like hell because I know I'm not gonna be playing Warzone, so I feel like none of this is tailored towards me. There's no reason we need bots in even the ground war game because it's. I feel like there's so many people playing, you can get a game. However, I feel like the skill based match. Well, I know that the skill based matchmaking just matches you up with people. Period. Just who are just supposed to be so fucking good at the game and all this shit. But it's like I just answered a comment before I loaded up and did this recording. And he was like, I get packet loss so bad that when I shoot, I just fucking freeze. And it's a free kill. Like I've heard the same thing. I've heard the exact same thing, dude. So I've heard it, I've experienced it. I just feel like this entire thing is a testing ground for what's to come with the Warzone. And I mean, will I at least see? Will I play it and see where all of my multiplayer changes and stuff is being centric for? Yeah, I mean, I'll when I played Warzone, I really didn't care for it, but I feel like with the implementation of the bots, the skill based matchmaking being as tough as it's been in the past, what, like 2 years or something like that, 2 or 3 years. I don't know who's in Cold War, but for the past 2, maybe 3 years, it's just the toughest it's been. It's like it's a little strange. It's a little strange, and I can't be the only one who's thought like, okay, what kind of, what are they planning on doing with this? Because they've been pretty fast with the multiplayer, but I can only imagine the speed in which stuff may take place when the Warzone does drop. And if it happens this way, then reference this video. If it doesn't happen that way, reference this video. Fuck it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna come back with another topic. Talking about this game is kind of fun. The game's kind of fun for now, at least. So fuck it. But yeah, man, I'll be back. I'll see y'all next time.